With the new year comes resolutions, and that includes focusing on your financial goals. Now, a dynamic new radio show and podcast called Everyday Wealth is here to help, featuring Emmy and Peabody Award-winning journalist Soledad O'Brien and financial expert Jean Chatzky. And we are excited to get a little preview today. Welcome to My Carolina, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's such an honor to talk with both of you. So tell me the inspiration behind this new show.
I think we wanted to help people navigate what can be very uncomfortable, awkward conversations. I mean, Jean has been doing this literally for decades, talking to people about their money. How do you bring this conversation to an audience that sometimes, is uncomfortable about how to think about wills and how to think about where to put their money and strategy and how to talk about what's happening in the news, whether it's COVID-19 or interest rates or the Great Resignation, and what that means for your personal life, right? If you want to be an entrepreneur, you're going to have a baby, you decided to move across the country. Connecting those dots to me, I think, was really the inspiration. And of course, working with Jean Chatzky, who's, like a renowned expert in the field, was pretty amazing too. So all those reasons for me was really the inspiration.
So you're both experts in your field. I definitely look up to both of you. So tell me how you guys decided on the title Everyday Wealth, and how does this speak to everyone?
Well, as Soledad was saying, these are conversations that we have to have every day because right now they are way too scary. They're way too daunting and intimidating. And when you ask people what stresses them out, chances are money is going to be at the top of that list. We're teaming up with financial advisors, financial planners from Edelman Financial Engines. And these are folks who deal with real people and their money every single day. And they're going to help us craft real solutions, tactical solutions, strategies that people can actually follow once they get through a segment to help them make real lasting change in their lives. I'm really excited to dive in, particularly with Soledad, because she's not afraid to have these uncomfortable questions. She's not afraid to sort of dig in and go where maybe people don't go often enough.
I'm ready to subscribe because I definitely need some of those actionable items for 2022 to kind of correct some of the mistakes I've been making here in the holiday season. So what are some of the topics you guys are going to tackle on Everyday Wealth?
Literally, I think anything that intersects your money and your life. Jean likes to say personal finance is a little bit of finance, but it's a lot about personal, right? It's all those things that matter to you. And I think wealth, if you think of wealth as a number in a bank account, I think that's not really how people live it. I think people, wealth is, are you reaching your goals? And money is a tool to figure out how to get there. And I think that's what this show is going to be able to do, give people actionable tactical strategies to make sure that they're hitting their goals, less about sort of dollars and cents to me and more about how do I think about the life I want what I want to leave my grandchildren? How do I think about paying for, should I pay off my student loans first? Or should I put money in the bank first and save money? Or do I start investing? Maybe I don't have enough money to invest. Is that possible? All of those questions we're going to be able to help guide people through because depending on the person, the answer is very specific and personal to your life and what's happening in your life.
We know the advice is going to be great, but what else is going to keep people coming back week after week to kind of learn more?
The real situations, the fact that we're going to be talking about the things that happen every day. Money is not just about money. Money is about power. Money is about independence. Money is about love. Money is about your relationships. Money is about humans and why we behave irrationally. We're going to dig into all of those things. And I think you'll learn something. I think you'll learn something not just about how to create the life that you want with the money that you have, but you'll learn a little bit about yourself and maybe why you behaved certain ways in certain situations that maybe you didn't even understand before.
All right, well, we're kicking off a brand new year. Do you have any financial advice for those of us, maybe myself personally, hoping to kick off the new year with a little bit of a financial resolution?
I will steal advice that Jean Chatzky gives all the time, which is great advice that I'm also using because listen, we've been through a global pandemic, or we're hopefully near the end-ish of a global pandemic, right? So it's been a chaotic 2-ish years. Listen, track your spending. And you know what I love about that advice from Jean? It's simple and it kind of kicks off everything else. If you can track your spending, then you have a place to begin all the other things that you want to do. So that is how I I'm leaving 2021 behind, and I'm moving into 2022 with a relaunch on a lot of fronts. Maybe learn to cook this year, but possibly not. But a really good one. Track your spending. That'll help you a lot.
And become part of our community. Join us at everydaywealth.com. You'll find out where to listen to the show, to download the podcast. But send us your questions and come along for this ride.
All right. Well, I'm so excited to check this out. Thank you guys so much again for your time today. And I'm excited to hit subscribe and check this out in the new year. I appreciate your time today, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, it's time to recycle those old Christmas trees, but instead of creating more waste and harming the planet, one Boy Scout troop came up with something a little out of the